Hey, 608 parents and students, it's Mo. I'm coming to you from my cloffice. In this time, we've had to just adjust as everybody else has, and so I've kind of had to adjust too. So, normally I'd be, sending these messages out from our green room or from the, Grace Point Church. But yeah, we're doing what we can, right? As I'm sure many of you are. So I wanted to send out this quick message to let you guys know that just after thoughtful prayer and consideration and discussion with our 608 volunteer team and the leaders of 608, as well as some of the elders from Grace Point Church, unfortunately, we've came to the decision that we are going to cancel summer camp for this year. I know it's a bummer. I know that some of the parents were like, man, I'm losing my week without my kids, without my teenager. And I know that some of the students are bummed that they're not going to have this experience this summer. It was not a easy decision to make, but we feel that it is the decision that we need to make. Just in this time of uncertainty and not knowing what's going to happen, and not knowing really, even though July is far out, it's still not that far out, and we still don't really know the true effects of what is going to take place. So we don't want to risk any exposure to our students to the virus. We have several students that are at risk, at a higher risk, and then we also have family members that the students are a part of. So it's more than just summer camp. It's always about the safety of and the well-being of your students. So what does that mean for those that have paid the deposit already? Two options here. One option is that you can absolutely let your deposit stay at Grace Point. We've got your name on the list. You're covered for next year when we go to camp. And so when the time comes for the registration, you'll just register your kids and the deposit's already there. Option number two is if you'd like your deposit back, absolutely shoot me an email, mo at gracepointvegas.com. Again, my email is mo at gracepointvegas.com. Shoot me an email. Just say, hey Mo, we need our refund back for the deposit, and we'll work with the Grace Point administration and get that money back to you, so that way you have it. No big shakes on either way. Either if you guys want to let that deposit sit for next year, or if you need the refund. So the next part of it is, what do we do with fundraising? We've raised all these funds. Well, all this does is it gives us even that much more of a leg when we go into next year, right? So we're going to continue to fundraise. I know a lot of you guys have asked about our spring garage sale. Well, we're kind of really getting ready to go into summer. So what does that mean? I don't know yet, based off of just the limitations of what we can do and how many can gather and all that stuff. We might push that out to the fall. But either way, all the stuff that we've raised for the student ministry and for camp specifically, it's still there. That money doesn't go away, it doesn't get reallocated or anything like that. It stays in our budget, and we have that. And if anything, we just springboard more going into next year with that. And as things become available, we will definitely reschedule garage. So we'll look for opportunities in the summer, maybe car washes. If you guys have any ideas of fundraising events, please let me know. The other thing I want to say, outside of summer camp is, man, parents and students, thank you guys so much just for your grace and your patience as we switch to this virtual gathering that we have now. I can tell you it has been a joy to be on these Zoom calls with the students, just hearing them, seeing their faces, having fun. This last week we had our feast night where we just spent time again, just chatting. Some of us played Kahoot, which if you don't know what Kahoot is, ask your student. They'll gladly tell you. It was a lot of fun. I've never done it before, but it was great. We just spent time just being quote unquote with one another, and it's so important that we continue to do that. We continue to foster the relationships, we continue to develop the relationships. And I want you to know that the leaders in 608, your small group leaders that you see out and about, man, they are so invested in making sure that your students are growing in their relationship with Jesus, that they have somebody to talk to about life. Man, middle school and high school is hard enough as it is, and now with this, it's caused even different feelings to come out, and some of the students have been willing to share that. If you haven't had a chance to have your student join in, every Sunday at 6 p.m. on YouTube, there will be a message that goes out. Well, not sorry, not every Sunday. Some Sundays we'll do our feast nights or a rhythm, but I'll send out an email, and so that way you guys have that. And then immediately following that, we jump into Zoom calls for our small group. So if you've never, or if your student hasn't had a chance to be a part of 608, maybe this is a great time and an opportunity for them to check it out and see what it's about. So middle school girls will meet with their leaders, the middle school boys will, the high school ladies, and then the high school gents will meet as well. So we'll break those up into their small groups. We kind of continue to have the conversation about the message. Sometimes it's just, hey, check in on how everybody's doing. Other times it's, let's see where the conversation leads. Let's ask those tough questions about the Trinity. What happens when this happens? What about the uncertainty, right? Like, how does God handle uncertainty? What does the Bible say about that? So those are all the things that we want to do. And then last thing before you guys sign off, after like the gut punch of, man, there's no more camp. And believe me, that has not been an easy decision to make, but I feel like it's something that we have to do for the protection of our students and just the uncertainty that we're kind of in right now. But when we're able to, when the governor allows us to be able to gather again, when we can kind of know that we're in the safe zone to where we can get together socially in person, we are going to go big. We're going to have fun. We're going to figure something out. Without summer camp this year, we're still going to try to plan things. It might be in smaller groups. It might be spread out, but we are working diligently to come up with a plan of, even though we're not going to have this experience of being able to be together for a week, just immersed in a worship and learning and growing opportunity, we're still going to try to fill that void the best that we can this summer, and we're going to go big. You guys I can guarantee that. With me, if anybody knows me, you guys know that I don't do anything lightly. I don't do anything small. I gotta go big. And so I cannot wait to be with you guys again. I love you guys. I miss you guys immensely. Hope you guys are blessed. Hope you're well. And I cannot wait to see you guys. Love you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot out to me. See ya.